How's it going, guys? My name is Eclipse, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to add custom color corrections to your designs. So today I'm going to be using this Twitter header to really showcase the CCs and how to add your own custom CCs. So I'm just going to hide the color corrections that are on this design right now. And as you can see, when I hide these color corrections, it makes it look a whole lot worse without them. It really makes the design pop if you add these color corrections. It really, it just makes the image look a whole lot better, and the design look just a ton better. So to add these color corrections, you simply want to go into your adjustments tab, like I have here, and from here you can simply choose your color correction and add it and edit it, and it's really simple to do it. So the first color correction we're going to add is a curves, and on curves you simply want to, for the first curves, you want to kind of make a little I don't know, like upwards curve or downwards curve, whichever way you're looking at it, something similar to this, and that's good for your first curves. And then you want to add another curves, I think was what it was, and this one you're going to drag up and then drag back down and then drag slightly up again, and then another point, something like this. I think that looks good. And so you're making like a little wave kind of with the curve, right? And as you can see, if you remove these curves, it doesn't look as good if you remove them. Obviously it's better with the curves on. So once you've added those curves, the next CC we're going to add is a black and white, and this is going to just simply make it look a lot better. It won't do much of the design because it's already mostly black and white, but you also want to put it on about 50% opacity so that it's kind of like a faded look for the background. And you obviously, if your image is colorful, you obviously wouldn't want to add a black and white, but for this design I'm adding it because it works well with the design. The next thing I'm going to add is a gradient map. So there's the last one here, and we're going to go do straight white to black, like so, and then we're going to put it on maybe overlay. We'll just kind of scroll through the colors and we'll see which one looks good. I like darker color and also like linear burn. I'll put on linear burn and maybe reduce the opacity, put it on 50%, and that looks pretty good like that. Now we're just going to add a brightness and contrast, and we'll maybe bring the brightness up just a touch, and we'll bring the contrast up as well. And as you can see, if I bring the contrast all the way to the end, it really makes it darker, but we don't want it too dark, so put it on maybe 35 for this design. And then another adjustment layer, we're going to add a hue and saturation. I'm simply going to bring the saturation up, and as you can see, it just ever so slightly changes the colors of the background, makes them more vibrant. And then the last one is we're going to add a posterize, this one here, and we're going to put it on. So as you can see, if you move the levels up and down, look at it at its lowest, it's quite dark. I'm going to put it on maybe 4, I think. And then we will change the opacity to maybe 75%, or maybe a bit lower. We'll try 50. I think 50 looks good. And that's good for our first group of CCs. And so we'll group these together, call it CC1, and then we'll start making our second group of CCs. And the reason I make 2 groups of CCs is because or multiple groups of CCs, is because you want to be able to layer them, because sometimes a particular color correction will look good above the text, but sometimes it might look better below the text, and so you want to be able to have the flexibility to put it either above or below. So as you can see, this CC that we have right here, this is above the lighting layers, and if you put it below the lighting layers when you add it, as you can see, it's above, and then if you put it below, it doesn't have the same effect, right? So that's why you put things above and below. So the first one for the new one, the first CC for this new group is going to be, I think a photo filter looks good, and I think we'll change the color to like a blue color, I think, to give it that blue tint, right? And as you can see, if I remove this, it becomes more blue, and I like the blue tint, makes it just look softer and not as harsh with the grey-black background, right? So the next one, we can add another curves. I think curves are very important because as you can see, it really adjusts the layers If you bring it all the way up, as you can see, or all the way down, it just makes it black. But if you ever want to use it ever so slightly, and you can edit your design and just make it look really good using curves. So we'll add that as our curves, and then we'll add another hue and saturation. And once again, we'll bring the saturation up. As you can see, if I put it at the max, it looks kind of weird. You just want to bring it up a little bit. And then we're going to add another brightness and contrast. And we'll bring up the brightness a little bit and the contrast a little bit as well. Maybe on 15, around about there. And that's looking good. And I think that'll be it for our second group of CCs. So group this together. We'll rename it as CC2 so we know what we're looking at. And then that's looking pretty good. Now if you remove these CCs, you can tell that it's looking a whole lot better. At least it is in my opinion. And it looks pretty similar to the original. If I put the original CCs back on, it looks pretty similar. So that's how you get CCs on your design. And I know you may be thinking like, oh, some of the adjustments didn't really do anything. But that's right, most of the adjustments are just really minimal changes to the design. And it's mostly just for like aesthetics look. Like it just changes a minimal thing. Like if I remove this brightness and contrast, it barely changes it, but it does add a whole nother dimension to the design. And it is important you get your CCs looking really well when you're doing your designs. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helps you give you more confidence in adding color corrections and adjustments to your designs, because they are very important to get right and to get looking good to make your designs seem really professional. So that is it, like I said, for the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on the video and maybe even consider subscribing for more awesome content in the future. Anyway, that was it for the video. My name is Eclipse, and I'll see you in the next one.